Every single Sims pack, all of them. I spent ages downloading all these images because there hasn't actually been an updated one made. I've just ordered them all as well in kind of release order. And I haven't included kits because kits are not packs. You know, a stuff pack, expansion pack, game pack, but we don't say a kit pack. So kits are not on here. They're kind of like Sims 3 store stuff. The Sims 1 base game, that is an obvious S tier. So is Making Magic. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm putting all the Sims 1s in S tier. Apart from, okay, Living Large and House Party, what were they about? I have absolutely no idea. They were a little bit random. The Sims 1 holds a very special place in my heart, and I know I'm very biased putting them all in S tier because, I mean, looking at it objectively, they're literally like even smaller than Sims 4 stuff packs. Like, they're not really that big and in depth, but they had a lot of character. As they say, it's not the size that matters, it's what you do with it. And I think they did well with The Sims. They were small, but there was a lot of emotion in the ocean. All right, Sims 2, even though it's my favorite Sims game, obviously the base game is S tier, but not all of the packs were S tier. I'll be honest, Free Time, what the hell were you? I'm sorry, that's really controversial, I know. Apartment Life 2, what were you about? A pack with apartments and witches. Why were witches in there? It didn't make any sense. Sims 2 Pets, you were C tier. You weren't the best, I'm sorry. Sims 2 University, that was the first ever Sims 2 expansion pack. It actually has a lot more gameplay than the Sims 4 University expansion pack, which is literally insane. It's so in depth. Open for Business as well. Do you know what, guys? My favorite Sims pack of all time out of all the Sims games is Sims 2 Open for Business. The retail system was honestly so good. Much better than the Sims 4 retail system. Nightlife as well. Absolute banger. Seasons, Bon Voyage, you're A tier. You weren't like special, but you were like a little bit special. I know that's controversial. The Sims 2 was the first ever Sims game to introduce stuff packs. Now, I'm not gonna lie, they were a little bit hit or miss. Mansion and garden stuff. I'm sorry, what the hell were you? Kitchen and bathroom stuff as well. What the hell were you? Now, family fun stuff, you are S tier. Did you know you can actually get family fun stuff for The Sims 4? Somebody's like repurposed it. Teen Star stuff as well. Like, this is like proper old school teen stuff. Before Gen Z turned it into a core, like the original teen, they had the goths, the jocks, the mean girls aesthetic. Like when it was like real, the original thing before it was a Gen Z core. The Sims 2 Teen Star stuff was the epitome of it, and I love it. Celebration stuff, I don't know really what you're about. I'm sorry, D tier. The Christmas party pack and the Happy Holidays stuff pack. Right, this one boiled my piss a little bit when I was younger because they're the same pack, but Happy Holiday stuff contained a little bit more. Happy Holiday was basically a small update to the Christmas party pack. So I brought Sims 2 Christmas Party, and then a few months later, I then had to buy Happy Holiday stuff, which was basically the exact same pack, but just with a little bit more with it, but it costs the same price. Although it does bring Christmas in your game, and it's a very iconic pack. Do you know what? Christmas Party, you are S tier. The cash grabby Happy Holiday stuff update, you are D tier for being cash grabby. Sims 2 Glamour Life, you are B tier. Like vintage glamour stuff, but a little bit better. IKEA stuff, S tier. H&M fashion, S tier, absolutely iconic. Sims 4 Mosquito stuff has absolutely nothing on these brand collabs. The best two brand collabs that came from The Sims ever because they were so relatable. It wasn't high fashion, it wasn't luxury, it was just pure normal. And I think that's why we all loved it. Looking at The Sims 3, base game, again, iconic. Sims 3 Ambitions, it was iconic, but I'm like, it wasn't my favorite pack, so it's just an A. Sims 3 World Adventures, you were my favorite Sims 3 pack. 3 huge worlds, tons of gameplay. It's kind of like The Sims 4 Jungle Adventure, but on steroids. Sims 3 Seasons, do you know what? It was actually quite mediocre compared to The Sims 2 Seasons, so it's just going in B. Sims 2 Seasons, I believe, actually had like real thick snow. As far as I'm aware, I don't think The Sims 3 Seasons had proper like real thick snow. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Now, Sims 3 Generations is going in C tier. I know that's controversial, but like I do remember when this expansion pack came out, everybody was just like, what the hell actually is this? It doesn't really come with much gameplay. Don't get me wrong, when I did my Let's Play of it, I really enjoyed it. I just didn't really understand it back in the day, and it didn't even come with a world despite not having that much gameplay. It definitely is one of the more controversial Sims 3 packs, I won't lie. Sims 3 Pets is going in A tier. Again, that might be controversial because I do criticize The Sims 4 a lot for having cats and dogs, My First Pet stuff, horse ranch, blah, blah, blah. Because all of these things were incorporated into The Sims Sims 3 pets, but with so much more. But at the same time, I do think the Sims 3 pets went for breadth over depth. I'm not saying the Sims 4 cats and dogs and horse ranch are better, because they're not. They have no depth and no breadth. But the Sims 3 pets, it was kind of just like a jack of all trades. Late night, you are an S tier. I think this had like celebrities in it, and it had vampires in it, and it had butlers. It was basically the Sims 4 vintage glamour stuff, vampires and get together and get famous, like rolled into one. It was insane. Island Paradise. Do you know what? Originally, I didn't like this pack because it was quite buggy, but if you can look past the bugs, there is actually a way to fix the bugs. When I did my Island Paradise Let's Play, you could delete certain things in it, would basically get rid of all of the bugs, and it would actually make it really fun and playable. So I am actually going to put it in A tier, especially the resort system, Chef Kiss. If my voice is cracking, it is because like I just woke up. It's 12 p.m. to be fair, but I was tired, so I woke up late. I'm not going through puberty again. Sims 3 Showtime. Oh my god, I'm sorry, you're a D tier. Don't get me wrong, I had fun in my Showtime Let's Play I did on YouTube. It was more kind of like a Sims 4 game pack. It didn't really feel like an expansion, and a lot of the core features that came with it are actually discontinued now because they were online, but they shut down the online functionality, so it's basically like a dead pack. Katy Perry Sweet Treats. Now, as far as I'm aware, this was kind of priced like an expansion pack, but it was just a stuff pack, so it's like in between, and it was kind of crossed over with Showtime. Again, this is D tier. Absolutely awful brand collab. Sims 3 Supernatural. This is S tier. Now, this was basically all of the Sims 4 occults plus more, just as in depth as all those occults pack, with even more to it, and that was only in one singular pack. Absolutely amazing. Sims 3 University Life. This was actually worse than the Sims 2 Uni pack. I don't think it was that good. I'm sorry, it's a B tier. Sims 3 Into the Future. This wasn't in depth, but it had a lot of quirky features. It just came at the Sims 3's like the end of its lifespan, and I remember when it came out, everybody was just like, what the hell is this? Like, what is the point in this? It didn't go down very well. I'm sorry, you're a C tier. Now, the Sims 3 stuff packs, again, this might be really controversial. I think they were all pretty crap. If the Sims 3 didn't have stuff packs, like, I honestly wouldn't have noticed. It just wasn't that great. None of them were really that iconic. They were all just a little bit random. The only one I do really appreciate is the Sims 3 Diesel stuff. That is going in A tier. That was a very iconic pack. Kind of like how the Sims 2 H&M fashion and Nike stuff were quite relatable. I feel like Diesel is one of those fashion brands which is like designer, but it's not so designer that it's unaffordable. It's like one of those in-between designer brands that you can afford. So that is why I like it. All of the other Sims 3 stuff packs, this is so controversial, I know, but they're all going in D tier. I'm really, really sorry. They just weren't that great. I mean, even the pack covers are a little bit bland. Moving on to the Sims 4. I know you were gonna kill me and hate me and call me an extreme right conservative on Twitter because of this, but I am putting the Sims 4 in D tier. The base game is crap. It's the worst base game of all of that. I'm sorry, no arguments. Of the Sims 4 packs now, are any of them S tier? The expansion packs, firstly. I'll be brutally honest, like, I don't think any of them belong in S tier because absolutely no Sims 4 packs are really that ambitious. I'm really sorry. I just don't think the Sims 4 really has any ambition in it. Don't get me wrong, I don't think all the Sims 4 packs are bad. I genuinely don't. There are some very good packs, but I just don't think any of them are worthy of S tier because they do lack all the ambition that came with the previous Sims games. As I said, it's not necessarily the size that counts, it's what you do with it. Sims 4 packs, oh, they have so much build stuff, they have so much cash, they have big worlds, blah, 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 but it's not the size. Sometimes it's the motion, sometimes it's the girth. But there are many Sims 4 expansion packs which are S tier. City Living, absolutely incredible pack. That is S tier. Cottage Living, S tier. These are two of my most favorite packs for the Sims 4 ever. Discover University, your S tier, actually comes with a lot of stuff. Get to Work, this is very controversial, but I think it's A tier. Absolutely love it. And now this is another really controversial one, but I actually think that Get Famous is A tier. Everybody hates this pack because it's basically a game pack, not an expansion pack, but I actually really like it. Cats and Dogs, Eco Lifestyle, Get Together, Growing Together, You're All C's, High School Years, D for being awful, Horse Ranch, D for being awful, Snowy Escape, D for being awful, Island Living, D. I'm sorry, they just lack a lot of ambition, they lack a lot of gameplay. They're basically bloody stuff packs. Out of the Sims 4 game packs, now I actually really like the introduction of game packs in The Sims 4. I don't hate them. I actually think they're really great, despite the fact that game packs are a little bit overpriced. Looking at them, okay, based on 50% off on sale, because I only ever honestly recommend buying a game pack at 50% off, which they often are 50% off. So I'm going based on this, based on if they are 50% off. And I am saying that Jungle Adventure is an A tier. It's like The Sims 3 World Adventures, but condensed into a smaller pack. I do like it. Parenthood is a B. I do think it's an all right pack, to be fair. Oh, Outdoor Retreat, you're a D. You didn't come with anything. My Wedding Stories, you're a D. Spa Date, Journey to Batu, need I say any more? Dine Out 2, you are a D. Dream Home Decorator, you're just build mode. Strangerville, I actually quite like Strangerville, but I am putting it in C. Even though I do think it has a bit of replayability value, you can complete it in an hour. It doesn't really take that long to complete. The Sims 4 Occult packs, do you know what? To be fair, I do actually like them. I am putting them in A tier, but they do fall short compared to The Sims 3 Supernatural, which had all of them in there. It's just, I do think that they are packaged quite nicely in The Sims 4. I do admit that. Now, looking at The Sims 4 stuff packs, paranormal stuff, this is the most ambitious Sims 4 pack ever, which is why it's going in S tier. It's the only ambitious Sims 4 pack in my personal opinion. Absolutely excellent value for money. That's why it's an S tier. My First Pet stuff is a D tier for obvious reasons. So is luxury party stuff for obvious reasons. So is mosquito stuff for obvious reasons. So is fitness stuff for obvious reasons. Now, Home Chef Hustle just came out. I am putting this one in D tier, I'm sorry. And that's just because I don't really feel like it came with any gameplay that we didn't have before. Perfect Patio stuff, you're a D. So is backyard stuff. All of the older Sims 4 stuff packs were pretty severe. The rest of the Sims 4 stuff packs, I'm putting them in C above the Sims 3 stuff packs. And that's because I appreciate that at the very least, they did actually come with gameplay, whereas Sims 3 stuff packs really didn't come with any gameplay. I think they're a little bit better. It is on the Tier Maker website if you want to have a look. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one.